Hi, I'm Tanya Penny, your integrative healing therapist and transformation coach. And I want to welcome you back to part 2 of the biggest fear. So in video 1, I spoke about what I believe is the biggest fear, and that is fear of rejection and how it can hold us back in all areas of our lives. So I asked you to think about, do you have this fear of rejection? And most of us do. And if so, how is it holding you back? So in today's video, I want to give you 2 tips or exercises that I use to help me move through my fear of rejection when I become aware of it. So tip 1 is just really simple. It's to remember that I am not the only one who experiences or has this fear of rejection. If it is the most common belief or fear in the world, then it really helps me to remind myself that I'm not alone, that everybody around me has this fear of being rejected and not loved or liked as well. And sometimes just knowing that we're not alone really helps us to move through that fear. The other exercise that I like to do is to actually work with the voice in the head, or the belief that has to do with that fear of rejection. So the negative voice or belief or thought is, I'm afraid to be rejected, or I can't handle rejection. So I go ahead and acknowledge that. When the fear of rejection is coming up, I go ahead and just find that sentence that the voice in the head is telling me that's causing the fear, and I just say it to myself, acknowledge it, say it out loud or quietly, depending on where you are, and just sit with that. Let myself feel it, let the emotion come up, think about a time when I was rejected before. So you just kind of sit with it and let yourself be with it. And then I want you to move to an opposite thought or belief. Find an opposite. So I'm going to give you some examples. An opposite might be, I'm capable of handling rejection. Another one might be, we all deal with rejection. Perhaps I have to do whatever it is, no matter if I'm rejected or not. I have to follow my path, I have to follow my heart, despite the fear of rejection. So whatever it is that you might say to yourself as an opposite that can help you to be with and move through the fear of rejection. So kind of like something you can say back to that voice that's saying, you're going to be rejected, don't do this, don't do that. And then sit with the opposite, just repeating it to yourself several times. So that's a little exercise that I like to do. So I'll hold the negative one, and then I'll go ahead and hold the opposite one. And I might move back and forth several times. And then how I end it is I usually try to picture myself holding both or allowing both to be there. Because the truth is, we don't want to get rid of anything, even this fear of rejection, it's part of us. So we want to learn to be with it and accept it and integrate it. So those are the 2 tips that I want to give to you today for dealing with the fear of rejection. And I want to thank you for joining me, Tanya Penny. And if you would like more tips on transformation and healing, you can visit me at tanyapenny.com. Thanks, and have a great week.